Hey guys, James with Esprit Tech, and want to do a quick video for you guys that are flying the DS-12 or DS-24 and want to set up a wired trainer between the two. You can also do this between 24s or between 12s. The way that you do that is, of course, through a stereo to stereo audio cable that we sell for that trainer. And I want to go ahead and show you the radio setup. We're going to start with our student transmitter. So you're going to need to go into the menu, go ahead and go into System and Configurations so that we can set up both the PPM jack internal and external. So our PPM connector settings, we're going to go ahead and set that to PPM 8 positive. PPM jack function also goes to PPM 8 positive. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to plug in our trainer cable that goes into the port that's in the top right hand side of the transmitter. And we're going to set that transmitter up as a student. So we go Menu, Advanced Properties, Wireless Modes Trainer, click on Default and change that to Student. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and move the stick, make sure that you are seeing that in the list of functions, and we can move on to our teacher transmitter. We're going to do the same thing. You need to set up the actual system. So we go System, Configuration, scroll down to our PPM connector. We're going to set that to PPM 8. And our PPM jack function, we're going to set that to PPM input because it is receiving commands from the student radio. Once you've got that set, back out to the main menu, into Advanced Properties. We're going to go into Wireless Modes and Trainer and set this radio up as teacher. And we're going to go ahead and plug in our stereo cable. That will allow the two radios to communicate. I'm going to go ahead and verify function from one to the other. I have a trainer switch already enabled, which is my SF switch. So with that off, we won't have any command of input. In the teacher, you're going to go ahead and need to enable each of the controls. You can either enable replace, which means that the student radio, let me get this out of the way, that the student radio will have control while it's in student mode, or the teacher will have, or you can set it to mix where either radio can take command of the aircraft. You do that by scrolling down to the functions, clicking on the function you want to change, and clicking again. So you can set it to mix, you can set it to replace, or you can disable that. So we're going to go ahead and scroll down in our little demo setup here. We've got it set up for throttle, and we've got it set up on mix. So we should have good control. Let me plug in our little model. Pardon my hands in the way here. So we'll say good enough. Really use this, and we'll say yes. So now we have our control via the teacher and control via the student. If we change that to replace, now with our student switch, we have control only with our student radio, and we come back to our teacher radio, we now have control there and not on the student. Very basic to set up. Don't forget any other controls that you want to assign control to the student. You create those down below in your emulated controls. These are anything that are not in the standard flight control menu, like smoke or gears or gear doors or things of that nature. If you have any questions on anything that you've seen here today, don't hesitate to reach out to us at sales@Esprit Tech, or you can reach me directly at James@Esprit Tech. Thanks and have a good day.